I got the moves. I got the moves. I'm making moves. You gotta move. You gotta make the city move. Like, whoa. I make the city move. I got the move.
What a day in the NBA. As I went to bed last night, the trade deadline was pretty dead. Nothing too major had happened, apart from the Capella deal and the Iguodala trade that was still under works and has now been finalized. But boy, I did not expect to wake up this morning finding out that the Clippers are now OP, the Pistons traded Drummond for a bag of chips to Cleveland, and I did not expect at all to wake up to D'Angelo Russell on the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is absolutely crazy. In today's video, I'm going to be going over this insane trade and talk about who I think won and lost the deal. If you're new here and enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe for more NBA content like this. But with that all being said, let's get right into this blockbuster trade.
Lucas.
So this is the trade. The Golden State Warriors trading D'Angelo Russell, Amari Spellman, and Jacob Evans to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Andrew Wiggins, a 2021 first-round pick, and a 2022 first-round pick. In my opinion, the Wolves won heavily in this trade, and whilst I do feel like the Warriors lost, it wasn't too bad of a deal for them, but definitely one I feel like they may regret making later on. Let's talk about the Wolves sides of things first. The Minnesota Timberwolves take a massive dub in this trade. Getting Karl Anthony Towns, his best friend, to pair up with him is amazing and will be a massive help for Minnesota down the track. You kind of got the feeling Towns wasn't very happy with the moves Minnesota were making at the deadline, like trading away Robert Covington, and the tension was definitely there. It did feel like a trade request could be imminent. However, with this trade, it's hard to say that Towns is not happy with the current situation, so that's a big positive for Minnesota out of this deal. And obviously, the biggest reason why they won this trade was just getting D'Angelo Russell himself. The Wolves have been pursuing D'Lo since free agency, and it was starting to seem more and more unlikely that he would be traded to Minnesota this deadline. But now, the fact they've been able to pull it off is great, and is the biggest reason why they win this trade to me. Losing Wiggins might sting a bit, but I personally think Russell is an upgrade, and Wiggins has been struggling and disappointing these last few years, so I don't think it's that bad of an idea to trade him. Overall for Minnesota, this trade deadline is a huge win for them. I went to bed last night thinking they did not have a shot at acquiring D'Angelo Russell, especially after trading away Robert Covington. But they've gone out and paired Karl Anthony Towns with his best friend and only lost some mediocre picks and a disappointing Wiggins for him. And they also got some solid players like Amari Spellman too. It was a slow start, but a brilliant finish to the deadline for Minnesota, and they should be very happy with what they have accomplished. The Golden State Warriors, however, may not be as happy with how they went in this trade. Getting Andrew Wiggins back for Russell is okay, and a fresh start may be exactly what Wiggins needs to succeed. But just looking at the deal overall, it doesn't make quite enough sense for me to actually like the trade for them. The fact the Warriors could have got Robert Covington, who would have been a way better fit for them over Wiggins, is disappointing, and I feel like they could have got a lot better in return. They also could have just waited until the off-season, as I feel like a better deal could have happened then. That would have been the smartest thing to do to me. If I'm being honest, this just feels like a bit of a wasted opportunity. If the Warriors had been a bit more eager and accepting earlier this week, I believe this deal would look a lot better in their favour. Or had they just waited until the off-season, they could have maximised their incoming package, but now they are stuck with a pretty mediocre one. Overall for the Warriors, I don't really like this trade for them, and they low-key got finessed to me, as I feel like they could have had a better return on the trade. With that being said though, I'm definitely excited to see how Wiggins plays in the Warriors system, and for the rest of the season, and even into next season too. I don't know if he's the greatest fit, particularly alongside Draymond and Curry, but it's an exciting prospect nonetheless. Should Warriors fans be happy with this trade? I think not, but they can get excited about the next couple of months with this fresh roster. So in summary, here are my initial thoughts on the blockbuster D'Angelo Russell trade. I really like the Wolves side of it, and they have taken a massive win home today. The future of the organisation is very exciting, and it's going to be so much fun watching Towns and D'Lo play together. The Warriors, on the other hand, didn't get the best in return, and the trade doesn't make a lot of sense to me on their side. I feel like they could have made a trade earlier in the week for someone like Robert Covington who fits better in their system, or even wait until the offseason to see what arises then. But I don't think it's the worst trade in the world either. It all really depends for them how well Wiggins can perform and how valuable those picks become down the track. The Warriors take a bit of an L today, but I can see it becoming a W later on. For the Wolves, this is a major win for them, and fans should be extremely excited to see this team play for the rest of the season. But that will conclude the video. What do you guys think of this? Who won the trade to you? Were there any losers? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop it a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.